Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Psychic Soul Healing channel. My name is Laura, and I am going to do a reading for Scorpio tonight. This is going to be a general message, but cross watchers are always more than welcome to watch. You may have to interpret the reading as it best resonates for you, meaning you may say, this message resonates more with the person that I'm thinking about or the person that I'm dating more than it does me. Understand the message goes towards the person, to the person that needs to hear the message. That's how spiritual messages work. I've had it happen to me. I've had other people get my readings. I've gotten other people's readings, and it is always because the person needed to hear the message. Spirit will work that way. So again, you're going to have to interpret the message as it best resonates for you. And you're also going to have to leave pieces out that don't resonate with you. That's number one. Number two, anything that you need to know about me or the channel that's relative to this channel is going to be in the description box below, like how to book a personal reading, how to follow me on my social media, how to win a free reading. Again, I have little giveaways every month. Every month I want to give away crystals and oracle decks and other fun things, where you can find my subscriptions, yada, 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 all that fun stuff you're going to be able to find in the description box below. Now, if you're new to the channel and you resonate with this video, do me a favor, like it, comment, be interactive with me. I love it when you guys are. And subscribe to the channel. Again, smash that subscribe button, because it helps me grow the channel, and that allows me to continue to do what I love, which is help individuals all over the world heal the effects of psychological trauma. Again, because we manifest by using our mind, right? It's your thoughts and your emotions that make you take action. So what happens is when we have psychological trauma, it creates spiritual blocks, and these blocks prevent us from achieving the life and the life experiences that we want to have. So then we feel that we're defective, we feel shameful, and we stay in these lower shadows. So I always like to look at the shadow aspects of the situation first. Again, we'll find out what the karmic theme is, and then what is happening, what is repeating, what is the karmic contract, what is actually happening that is making your relationship imbalanced, making you feel imbalanced. And we all know when we're imbalanced, it means that we get emotional, that we have energy imbalances, we have brain fog, again, and then we're not able to be present and in the moment. And only in the now do you get divine guidance through our gut, intuition, and your knowing. So again, if we're in our mind, we're stuck in the past, then we have anxiety, past or future. So again, helping people heal from the effects of psychological trauma to help them create their heaven on earth, if you will. And again, this message is going to be for Scorpio, and let's see what's going on. Okay, unstructured. A lot of people are getting this. A lot of people are getting it. And I don't like it when I see unstructured automatically. You know why? Because I see unstructured usually means non-committal. It means there's a lack of focus, that there's, again, we're intuitively figuring things out. So nothing's concrete. There are no bones to a situation. It just is kind of out there. And if we have trauma, that energy triggers us. So I don't like that energy. Like, again, in this contents. Now, again, if I'm co-creating, if I'm creating, like, I'm trying to manifest something, whether I'm trying to become something, whether I'm trying to become a speaker, an educator, a photographer, an artist, whatever it is, I am gonna create myself, and that's a walk. So I need to be grounded and I need to have a plan. And if I'm trying to obtain something, I still need a plan. It's like, again, so unstructured means no plan. So I don't like that. And then it's like diluted. So if now you understand why I don't like diluted means a lot of times when I don't have a plan, but I want something and I desire it. So I can desire something that I really want, but I have anxiety. I won't take it. So a lot of times if I'm unstructured, I'm taking the stance of if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if I have a lot of wounds and I'm going to be holding dissonance energy subconsciously, and that's going to be my vibration, and that's going to come out within my behaviorisms. And part of that would be diluted. It means I think that something can work out fine if I do nothing. That's the energy there, you know? Is so, and this it would be again a grounding problem. And why do people have grounding problems? Again, they have anxiety, fear, fear. Okay, invincibility. So again, if somebody feels like again, I'm invincible, that means that they're also not going to stop. So there's a sense of also um, being a little cocky, being a little bit sure of themselves. Like this is just going to work out. It's going to work out. I don't really have to do anything because I'm invincible. Maybe I feel again that you've shown me that. So maybe Scorpio, you've been with someone that is just so sure of who they think that they are in your life, which then that doesn't make me feel good because, um, respect. Respect is, and I'm not talking love, I'm talking respect. We have to teach a person how to treat us. So if a person isn't doing anything, and they're taking the stance of, okay, well, we're not going to be non-committal because unstructured means I don't really know what the hell is going on in this situation. I have feelings, sometimes you have feelings, sometimes you don't. And that's understanding if I'm not structured and I'm in this type of relationship, then the person that you're with is going to be able to, be emotional sometimes towards you and then not and be detached other times. And that creates trauma. So again, Scorpio, some of you guys could be in a relationship where you again or feel like maybe you feel like you're deluded because you're like, okay, I feel like I've put everything into this relationship, and the person it still doesn't like it doesn't never get structured. I don't see the advance. I have fear of the future. Yes, this is how trauma plays out a lot of times, and it's all unconscious, and it happens in the beginning of a relationship. So, Scorpio, I feel that some of you have new to a relationship, um, and it's already like again where you've formed a bond to this person, and it's like full light upside down. So you again might not have any expectations of it, and again just really like the person, but it's making you not feel good because when I see light upside down, there is a sense of not really, again, light is when a person, when you feel light, you feel comfortable. Okay, you feel free, meaning your mind isn't bogged down, you have peace of mind. Because what really we're energy beings. What creates your energy? Your thoughts and your emotions, right? So if you're with somebody that is heavy because they don't know what they're doing, they're going to trigger you, and then your mind is going to be focused on them and not really on where you're going, what you're doing, what you're trying to manifest. So this is why things become unstructured, you see, and that's bad. And so because if I'm continually unstructured and I have no bones to a relationship and I have no plans, and every time I get triggered, my mind goes over to you, then I'm deluded to think that my life can actually unfold in any process. And this is a past life connection, okay? Past life. This means that it's a soul's relationship. There's soul recognition. ESP is of the mind and the heart. So it's again the essence of this person you recognize, and there's it feels like home, there's accountability, but they don't treat you well. So there's an unconditional love, but the person doesn't treat you well. This is the spiritual energy. Okay, Scorpios, that I feel like you're in a relationship, and this is dangerous energy because it means you didn't learn the lesson from the past life. Because it already, if the person's come in unstructured, there's unfinished business, there's a karmic contract. Meaning you were supposed to meet this person at this time for sure. For sure. They want to know what's going on in your life to counteract this energy, because again, we can't deal with this energy this way. There's no way. It's like it's again because you can't control love. So you feel like a magnet towards each other. It's intense. It's very intense connection is what I'm feeling. Now let's see. So we see the wound. The wound is again that there's an imbalance of energy. I feel like again, somebody feels that they're invincible and they're like in this relationship, like that they can do anything that they want and that you're always going to be there. The relationship is kind of new on top of it, and it's starting off unstructured. The person is deluded, and they're not deluded because of you. They're deluded because they've gotten away with this behavior before. So they're not really thinking that there's anything wrong with it. Remember, your karmic test is to teach this person that this isn't okay. And that's again, so you don't repeat your spiritual lesson. And your spiritual lesson would be boundaries, self-respect. Again, that's why I said I want to look at what's going on in your life right now. Okay, look at this. 9 of Swords worries. That's what that means. But we see it's again the 9 of Swords is like really that the person's kind of being tortured, and mainly tortured from their own mind. And so again, if you're in a relationship like this, Scorpio, it's like your intuition is screaming at you already, telling you this is not healthy. And and that's really what I feel, because there's a sense that your person is just deluded in the fact that they really just think that you're crazy about them. And then look at this, Judgment reversed. So there's a sense again when Judgment on this card, it says awakening, okay? But Judgment is when it's upright, it means that the person is actually paying for like what they did, that there's consequence. This is worry and upside down. So again, I do believe that your person, if they're in a distance from you, that they're afraid to come back because they know that things are different. They do know that things are different, like almost like they took it a step too far, but they still are kind of confident, like they can get you back. That they might have to work a little bit, but they still have to work it out. And maybe again, because of the spiritual connection that you have, that they confuse it because they've never had it before. Like they've never had this like instantaneous knowing. So which scares them, but then excites them at the same time, and they feel all these different emotions, and they are not emotionally intelligent. So here you have a person that doesn't know how to express their feelings, and that's why I feel that they don't put the effort in, because they say, I know you, we have this intense connection, but I can't do it because again, if I show you, then I have to show you how vulnerable I am towards you. And that's terrifying for the person. And so now they created a horrible situation, is what I feel. And there's a sense of I'm kind of delaying coming back because I know that there's going to be judgment, though, on one hand, but then on another hand. So we see this a lot of times with narcissists, where we're like, okay, are they confident or are they insecure? You just told me on one hand they're confident, and now you're telling, and guess what, darlings? It's both. Whether you're dealing with a woman or a man, it's both. It means that there's a wound there. And so what happens is the ego gets so big, and the ego is the shadow again. So it's going to rewrite the script so the person can digest it again, meaning that they can look at themselves so that they can limit themselves, and they make excuses, and they try to live in alignment with those excuses a lot of times, where I feel like this person, again, your person didn't put any effort in. They kept it unstructured. They felt like it's just going to work out because of this past life connection. But now they're in for it. They see, oh, there's a problem. It's again, I didn't give anything. It's like almost like I've awakened, but I'm not really taking judgment. I really don't know what to do about it. I don't think I'm going to have consequences, but I still don't really know what I want. That's the energy there. It's a lot of scattered and emotional energy. This person needs healing. And look at this, the Hierophant. It's like, and that's exactly what I felt. I was like, this person has deep-seated wounds. And why do they have deep-seated wounds? Let's ask that question, because it's like, what has made this person like crazy? It's like, they like me, but they're treating me like bad by not putting any energy in. And then they expect everything to work out. And then it's like they're upset that it doesn't work out. But then they don't think that there's going to be consequences, but they know that they're going to have to. It sounds crazy. And it's like, because the person needs healing. And I believe, excuse me, Scorpio, that they think that you have healing energy, that you'll understand, that you're a soulmate, that you'll understand, that they can explain. They're going deep within themselves for that intuitive guidance now, where they were really in their ego, they were really in their mind. And I feel like that's the energy, like why I was saying, like, are you insecure, or what are you? Are you insecure, or are you confident? Well, they flip-flop. Again, when there's deep-seated wounds, the shadow will only show what it wants to show. And so this is why projection happens, where you're like, you just called me that, you say that, or I didn't do that to you, your ex did that to you. Why are you taking it out on me? The reason why is because it's, again, the shadow. It means if I have to really look at all this, I have to take responsibility. And if I have to take responsibility, I have to change. And I don't know how to change. That's how we got into this situation in the first place. So there's a sense of, I don't trust myself. I'm not confident, but I'm not going to show you that I'm not confident. And I'm also not going to show you my feelings. Because if I'm not confident in who I am, I'm definitely not going to be able to show you how I feel. So it's like trying to be in a relationship with somebody like this. It'll drive you batty. But when you love a person, it's, again, then there's a soulmate connection. It's like, well, God says it's not supposed to make sense. It's, again, it's unconditional love. You're learning unconditional love. I am unconditional love, God says. And you learn that through who I put into your life. Put it into your life. What are you doing here? It's, again, like, don't change this person. Don't try and change this person. It's not going to work. And if there's unconditional love, just know, but the person is crazy and imbalanced, it means that you can't put all your focus there. It means that it's, again, that's codependent. It's, again, King of Wands, that it's, again, asking for you to take the leadership here. Again, when I say King of Wands, again, leadership, because this person is not, again, in a position. And maybe you're winding up with this person, Scorpio, because you wind up with broken people. And one part of being attracting broken people is because there's aspects of yourself that are broken. And so you can heal that person through again, how you're holding yourself, how you're treating yourself. It's, again, what you're doing for yourself, how interactive you are, and then also loving that person but not being codependent. Because understand, When there's codependency, there's a second chakra imbalance, and second chakra is that individuality. It's how I perceive myself. It's the emotional chakra. This is where the addictions, it's when we're either all or nothing. It's our balance. It's our individuality. If I feel I'm defective because I don't have direction, I don't really know, and I feel all scattered, but I'm perceiving that you're strong, Scorpio, because this is what I really feel, that this person perceives you as a leader. And I also feel like if they perceive you as a leader, and maybe that's one of your spiritual tests to actually step into the leadership role. And in this case, it's where you have to set the example, because unconditional love will make this person bend to your will. They may get mad, they may throw a temper tantrum, they may walk away, but they'll come back. They will only go away and stay away when you abandon yourself. That's a spiritual law. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. All right. So that's staying. It's again, and look at this Queen of Swords, uniqueness. So it's again, it's your own unique individuality, your intuitive knowing. Okay, this is how it's like what you feel and how you read this person, and then knowing what you need, making sure you take care of yourself first, you put yourself first, making sure you're balanced in your life and still giving to this person. Understand it's not going to be enough for them. They're not going to like it. They're probably going to throw a little temper tantrum. You keep your focus on where you're going, what you're doing. It's again, they'll bend to your will. It's again, that's because unconditional love does that. But fear and the ego will be like, no, things need to be my way. Things need to be my way. And then what'll happen is what happened here, that this person feels bad. The person feels bad. So they play games. They play games because I'm just going to sit there. We have a connection. I don't really need to do anything. See, I don't really, I can't show my feelings. So you mean a lot to me. Oh my God, I lost you. What did you expect? You're deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded because you didn't put any effort in. It's just going to magically create. So this person again comes back because they get the balls up, whether that's a guy or a girl, like doesn't matter in this case, darling. It's again whoever gets their tchotchkes up to come back and say I'm sorry, because guess what, this person was afraid to show emotion, and now guess what, in order to fix this mess, they have to show emotion. The irony, isn't that the way it happens? Oh, I don't want to do this. And then we wind up doing it. It's like, oh, I'm afraid that this is going to happen. And of course, this is what happens. This person manifested what they didn't want to happen because they needed it to happen for their soul expansion. So I'm going to leave it here because at least the person does, oh, let's see what you're going to say, Scorpio, really fast. I know I'm probably going way over. Oh, look, see what you're gonna do. This is a 9 of Wands. So it's again, which is like a standby, but it's like you're like kind of not just gonna take this person back so easily. I feel like because they didn't put any effort in. And I feel like they kind of left you out in the cold for a while. And so it's almost like you're teaching them a lesson, but I still have this essence, like you're like, but I still am holding on. I want this person. Ace of Cups, emotional growth. So it's again, you don't really feel like this person is learned, but it's again, and the cup is up is still like again this energy, cooperation. Like there is a sense, ooh, I didn't expect that cooperation there. There's a sense of like a lot of you are not going to go back and you're not going to give like anything emotionally to this person. You don't really want to cooperate because you just feel like they took so long to come back. You feel like it was disrespectful. Page of Swords, like you don't even want to talk to this person. It's like, to be honest with you, and I feel like you want to teach this person a lesson, like you're not really sure. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, like you're moving on. So I feel like for a lot of you collectively, um, again, Scorpios, I'm surprised at that. I really thought maybe I'm just an optimist. I'm always looking for the love story, and it's like, oh no, this is not. You cut that person, and you cut that person because they took it to the extreme. Let's see, be bold and take action. I feel like your action is like I'm cutting this off because they took too long to come back, and at this point, like you just feel like there was a lot of games, jealous and possessive. And so maybe again, all the game playing too of not giving anything to you is it made you again like the where they try to trigger you to be jealous and possessive, but I feel like they are jealous is which is why people tend to do that. One more. I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. So again, there is like, which is what I felt. I felt like this person still has feelings for you, and that it's again, and that they know that you're over it. So I feel like that's the end of a chapter. That's unfortunately the end of a chapter. I'm still looking because I'm like, could it be? And it says my pride and ego gets hurt. So I wanted revenge. So this is why they didn't do anything. So you probably put them in their place. You probably told them what to do. You probably set a boundary. And because it's again, you didn't want to repeat, you could see that it was not making you feel good. They wanted to keep it like real unstructured, non-committal. But then they would, which triggers this type of energy, by the way. And the reason why is because I'm insecure. It's again, it's like they wanted you to chase them in order to put them at ease. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm sorry, Scorpio. That always makes me feel bad because it was, but you could see the person needed a lot of healing. They again, a person that thinks that the relationship's gonna unfold just because you have a connection with someone and doesn't put any effort in. Well, there you have it. Well, again, if you resonated with this, leave a like, comment, be interactive. Let me know what goes on in your worlds in reference to this. And again, subscribe to me if you haven't, so you can become, again, join the live stream, get notified when I have my first one. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.